babes, and welcome back to my channel. It's not sleep. Yo, something's wrong with me. I tell you why I tell you something's wrong with me. For those of you who don't know me, I am Prettyonme, and I'm all about things unicorns and happiness. I'm all about things like growth and loveliness, and you slay, I slay, we all slay together. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell just so you know exactly when these videos are coming out. You better subscribe. And don't forget to head on over to the Instagram and Facebook where our babe squad lives. Wow, I'm doing too much today. So today, once you've done all that, once you've completed your assignment, and I know you did, today, you see this face? We're gonna get into a little bit of chit chat once again, because I'm actually enjoying doing these chit chats with you babes. I really wanted to talk to something that I was really, it kind of hit me like right here in the chest. I actually came across a TikTok video the other day where this girl was just making a joke about how she wants to choose between her spending time with her boyfriend over the weekend or going out for a girls' night. So obviously she chose, you know, sticking with her boyfriend. And one of the things that I noticed in the comments is like they were 100% negative. So I really wanted to talk about two things today, actually. One, the first thing being, are friendship breakups worse than relationship breakups? And also, like, what's the deal with this whole like, oh well, all she do is hang out with her spouse or her partner or whoever, and like the balance between the two, like actually like maintaining friendships above all or maintaining family life and relationships above all. So like, I'm like, what's the deal with that? Let's talk about it. Let's chat with it. So if that's something you want to talk about and that's something you want to chat with me, grab your coffee. Okay, don't judge my cup. Got my coffee. It's got it's got caramel macchiato creamer, Starbucks creamer in there. I'm telling you, you're welcome. And sit back and relax and let's chat. Let's talk, babe. Let's go. Just gonna mist it real quick. Hold on 1 second. This was not even in the right direction. That was seriously gonna go into my eye. Misting. We're gonna do makeup and we're gonna chit chat at the same dang time. Let's see if I can actually manage doing this, because I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to manage doing both. So there might be a lot of me doing things off of camera. So just letting you know that the lighting is going to change over time, just simply because of the fact that it is sundown and the sun is setting. So, you know, bear with me as the lighting kind of changes and metamorphosizes. I asked this question on my Instagram to find out whether or not friendship breakups were worse than relationship breakups, and I got like a couple interesting answers. I got one person who told me straight up like an emphatic no, and then I had another individual, actually quite a few women, who actually said that yeah, like friendship breakups are actually pretty devastating. First off, I don't know from personal experience that I would be able to really compare, because I feel like the only devastating relationship breakup that I had was when I was in high school. My ex-boyfriend had decided that he was going to go off to college, and without telling me, he was just going to look for other girls, and then I actually had to find out like from a third party, and that's how I found out we broke up. So needless to say, that was probably the worst breakup I've ever had in all the breakups, partly because maybe I was in high school, you're young, you're invested, you know. I don't know if I can use that as comparison, but just for purposes of this video, I guess I will use it. I gotta say, when I compared that situation to any friendship losses that I've had, that hurt way worse. And I feel like what we do is, as women, is that we tend to abnormalize it. I think we abnormalize the fact that, you know, just some of us prioritize family and relationships more than we do our friendships, and that's okay. Before you start like throwing it up all over my comments like, I don't trust women who say they ain't got no friends, or they be with a man all the time and stuff. I really think that we need to understand that each woman has her own unique needs and wants. Some women are just not that social. Other women, I feel, maybe they are super social and they're matriarchal relationships, or having kind of like a matriarchal tribe is what they're looking after. But either way, I think it's worth acknowledging the fact that we're all different and we all expect different things out of life. I personally feel like in relationships, there's a different dynamic. Like, a relationship serves different needs for me. I'm potentially building a future and an empire with you. I think when it comes to relationship, there's levels to it. You have your friendships and your relationships, both of which you're trying to get to know someone and you're sharing life experiences with both of these people. But then there's like a deeper level to that relationship, especially if you're looking for marriage, you're looking for companionship, lifelong companionship. Think of it this way, it's like friendships, relationships, but then there's relationships because there's that added aspect that my friend here couldn't necessarily give me. So I find that my relationships are more intimate than my friendships would actually be. Y'all, I hate when the sun just starts trying to steal my thunder. Like, it's just ridiculous. You know, I'm gonna do something really simple today. I think it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be like a subtle shimmer. I'm just not in the mood today. I'm not in the mood for nothing extreme. I did something extreme yesterday. Now, with that said, there are toxic levels to this. Okay? But I want to just point out and make sure that I point it out is that I really truly believe that, listen, if you're the type of person who prioritizes friendships and you're like women over boys, women over relationships, if that's the type of person that you are and that's what you believe in, I personally say if you like it, I love it. If you're the type of person who you value family over family and relationship life more than you do your friendships, if you like it, I love it. Like, what's wrong with acknowledging that women have different needs and wants in their friendships and their relationships? What's wrong with that? Now, if you prioritize friendships over relationships, then don't be the type of person who makes that woman feel bad because, let's say, she would rather spend time with her husband because maybe her husband or her boyfriend or whatever, because maybe, just maybe, that night was probably the only night she gets to see her spouse, the night that y'all have your girls' night. And on the other side, on the flip side, for women who prioritize family life or they value family life a little bit more, don't be that person. Or when you have designated girls' nights or friendship nights, that you are tagging your boyfriend along. If as long as you maintain healthy boundaries in that kind of situation, then you're okay. I feel like it's all right. What's the problem? What's the issue? So I was one of those girls and I have tried to work through it. I've tried to definitely work through this point in my life. I am one of those girls. I prioritize, that's just me. I prioritize family life. One of the things that I had a problem with, especially when I first got with my husband, is I had a problem with setting healthy boundaries. So basically, like, explaining or setting boundaries and time, or setting aside time that is just for my friends. Like, just no involvement with the hubby. I know that when we first got together, I was a big culprit in like just bringing him everywhere. And one of the things that I've learned is that part of that is what played a role in why, well, what I feel is what played a role in me and my best friend, or me and my friends kind of drifting apart, is because I was prioritizing this relationship that was like growing and budding, and I really saw a future with it, but at the same time I wasn't really separating that time. And on the flip side, I also found that I didn't really get along with women too much who wanted a lot of my time. I found that I really wasn't looking for, as I got older, I really wasn't looking for friendships where my friends needed or wanted all of my time. You know, I'm the type of person, I'm in a stage in my life where like saving up for a house and things. So going out a lot is not something that interests me. And that's okay, especially if you're that kind of person that's like that. You're at different points and different places in your life. So you really have to evaluate what you need and really be upfront and establish boundaries that you want to put in place. And I think as long as we do that as women, I think we'll never have a problem, or we'll never have an issue Like, we don't talk about that. We talk a lot about communicating our needs and our wants to our relationships, and to make sure that our partner understands who we are and what we like to do and all that jazz nasty. But we don't talk about doing that with our friendships. Like, normalize communicating who you are and what you like with your friends. You require someone who's going to be available, who's going to be like, who's going to be available frequently, who's gonna, let's say for example, they're there for you specifically, then communicate that. Do these things in a way that it's not super toxic. If you're the type of person who you value your family and you agree to a girls' night, you better keep a girls' night. Point blank period. You better keep a girls' night. And then you set aside other times for your significant other. If you're the type of person who really enjoys the company of your friends and you want them to be available, you are that kind of person, you friends over everything, then seek out, there's nothing wrong with seeking out women who are in that same mind state, because then you'll both be happy. Let's start communicating with each other in a healthy, productive manner. What would happen if I just do a nice little nude look? Neutral. Shout out to this MAC Chestnut. This is like my favorite lip pencil of all time. I get in really crazy different moods sometimes. Like, some days I just want to do like something colorful, and the next day I'm just like, nah, bruh, nah. I just want to look like myself. Then other days I'm like, I don't want to look like myself. I want to look like Beyonce. I'm just so random. I'm like really random. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. Like, it's random to the point where my husband's still confused now to this day. So I really don't need this step, but you know, it's just, you know, I don't know, it's a habit. It's a habit. So there you have it. Oh my goodness. There it is. Like, I was like, you know what, let me just do something simple today and chat with my babes today. So that is it, and hopefully, you know, always leave your comments below. Let's chit chat, let's talk about it. If you agree with me, you disagree with me, you think I'm crazy, that's fine. That's fine if you think I'm crazy. Just make sure you're respectful. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out, and hit that notification bell so that way you know exactly when these videos are coming out. Usually on Fridays. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. It's getting there. We're ramping up to this consistency, and it's getting there. And head on over to the Instagram and Facebook. And babes, don't forget to tune in on Fridays for all day reminders that you slay every which way. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.